Hi, and welcome to the Puppet Tavern. Today I'm gonna make the Ramos Gin Fizz. How exactly am I supposed to make this?
I'm sure you can figure it out.
You do realize this drink is like really shaken.
And what's the problem with shaking a cocktail?
I mean, just look at my arms. The Ramos Gin Fizz is undeniably delicious and holds a very special place in cocktail history. Like many classic cocktails, there's the original, and then generations of variations. A classic fizz is simply gin, lemon juice, sugar, and carbonated water. Sound familiar? It's essentially a Collins served without ice. Add a little egg white to that fizz, and suddenly you have what's called a silver fizz. If you add egg yolk, that plain fizz becomes a golden fizz. And if you use the whole egg, that silver golden fizz is now called a royal fizz. That makes sense, right? However, something special happens when you add egg white, cream, and orange blossom water to the gin fizz. Something Henry C. Ramos, the creator of this drink, first did in New Orleans back in 1880. But it's not the ingredients that makes bartenders pause. It's how it's supposed to be prepared. The Ramos Gin Fizz has an easy enough recipe to follow. It's the method, however, that makes it harder to get right. Supposedly, you need to shake this drink between 10 and 15 minutes, which we all can agree is a lot of minutes. Today, I see most bartenders shake their drinks between 1 and 5 minutes. I've also seen some recipes made with everything from ISI canisters to paint mixers. The end result is a tall dream of a drink that's sweet, tart, and refreshing, crowned with a frothy egg white cap that rises above the drink like a cloud of meringue. And really, that is what bartenders use to measure the quality of a Ramos Gin Fizz. Literally, there are even competitions to measure how far out of the glass one can reach. As important as this cocktail is, I don't think I've ever actually ordered one. Partially because I have a compulsive need to be liked. It takes time and muscle to make one, and unless you have jacked arms, which I do not, it can be quite exhausting. Besides, there's another lazier way. Break out the blender. There are few things I love more than a good pina colada or a blended margarita. However, if that's all you're making with your blender, you're not getting the most out of it. This isn't a new technique, but the first time I saw bartender Nick Jared make a Ramos Gin Fizz in a blender, I was floored. Here's what you do. Combine 6 drops of orange blossom water, half an ounce of lemon juice and half an ounce of lime juice, 1 ounce of simple syrup, 1 egg white, 2 ounces of London Dry gin. Pulse the contents in the blender until nice and frothy. Then add 1 ounce of heavy cream and pulse again. Then add 1 cube of ice and blend on high until the ice is gone. About 12 seconds. Pour the contents of the blender into your glass until just below the lip and let sit for a couple of seconds. Then gently top with soda until you have your foam. And if you don't have a blender, you can always do it the old-fashioned way. Sure, your bartender may grumble about making a Ramos Gin Fizz, but this cocktail is one of the most recognizable cocktails and has stood the test of time. Given its reputation, it's no surprise that mastering the Ramos Gin Fizz has become a kind of holy grail for some dedicated bartenders. I've just accepted that I'll never get a tall foam. At least not by shaking it.